You've got this. Stay calm, be prepared, and I'm sure you get your offer. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about the dental school interview. I know I've spoken about this before in my first ever video, but I feel like that was kind of long. This video, I just wanted it to be focused just on the interview, everything you can expect. So I'm going to talk about how to prepare before the day, what to expect on the actual day, and what to do after the interview is done. And I'm also going to talk about the questions that you might possibly be asked. So I'm just going to get straight into it. So sit back, grab a notebook if you want, and yeah, let's get into it. If you're watching this video, you probably already have an interview. I just wanted to say congratulations, well done. It's not easy to get an interview, so you should be really proud of yourself for getting to this stage. Even if you haven't got an interview yet, don't worry, because sometimes they do it in stages, and some people might get their interview before you, so it's good you're watching this video now to prepare. So firstly, what to do before your interview, so how to prepare. Firstly, I'd say you need to practice. That's like the most important thing. Find people in your family you can practice in front of, your friends, anyone who's just willing to listen to you talk, basically. That's the most effective thing you can do. Just practice, practice, practice. I'll talk about the sort of questions you might get asked later on in the video, but once you know them, just practice them. Even practice in the mirror. I done that so much. I remember just literally sitting in my mirror and just talking to myself, and it also helps if you record it. I know it can seem a bit cringe just recording yourself talking, but you can really pick up some things that you do frequently. So for example, me, I used to just speak with my hands a lot, and it just looked all a bit all over the place. So from watching myself back, I've learned to just have my hands in a fixed position whilst I'm speaking, especially in an interview scenario, because yeah, that just doesn't look great. For other people it can be different things, so you could be someone who says like a lot, or you could have different things that you do frequently. So when you watch it back, it really does help. So definitely tip number one, record yourself when you are practicing. Also, first impressions count. So before the day comes, make sure you've picked out your outfit in advance. It is an interview, so you need to make sure you're wearing something smart. For boys, this would be like a suit, shirt, smart trousers, smart shoes, a belt, you know. You just want to have that professional look. For girls, same thing, like a blazer, a suit skirt, suit trousers, whichever one you feel more comfortable in. Yeah, so just look presentable, because at the end of the day, first impressions really do count, and that's how you're presenting yourself. So if you've presented yourself in a professional way, they're going to see you as a professional person. So don't just like turn up in jeans and trainers. Like, I'm sure none of you guys will do that anyway, but just say it. Also, it's really important to read your personal statement beforehand. Make sure you know it inside out, because they might ask you questions from your personal statement. So the best way to prepare is to just know everything that you've written in it. If you said like a story in there, make sure you know how to explain that story, because sometimes it can be different when you write stuff down compared to when you say it. So just really know your personal statement inside out. And don't forget to bring any necessities on the day. So for example, your passport, driving license, GCSE certificate, A-level certificates, any like retakes. It might depend on whichever dental school it is, but they should probably send you out a list of things that you need to take. So the night before, have that all ready to go, so you're not just sort of like looking for it on the day. And beforehand as well, make sure you get a good night's sleep, because that is very important. I know it can be very tempting to just practice, but you need to make sure that you are well rested and ready for the big day. Okay, so the day has come. It's the day of your interview. You wake up that morning, you're probably going to be feeling really nervous, your heart's going to be beating. Literally, I remember how I felt, but you just need to wake up that day, take a deep breath, and just just try and be as calm as possible, and just literally just think positive thoughts throughout the day. Just tell yourself, I've got this, I can do this, I've practiced, you know. Just don't leave no room for negativity. Just have positive thoughts that day, because it's really easy to just get really nervous and just have sort of like a nervous panic attack. But if you're calm from the start of the day, you know you've done your preparation, then you should be fine. So you make your journey to wherever you need to go. You might be getting a train, or it might be, I don't know, nearby you. Lucky you, the dental school's close to you, but most people have to get a train. And on that journey, just try your best, relax. If you're gonna get some snacks or hot drinks, don't spill it on yourself, you know. Be very careful as well, because you don't want any accidents to happen. Have a good breakfast, and on that journey, just get your notes out and just flick through them, and just to refresh your memory. Obviously if you've done your preparation, then it should be fine. Yeah, just to get yourself feeling confident. So you arrive at the venue, wherever the interview is going to be taking place. I remember seeing all the other sort of dental students, like pre-dental students coming, and we were all looking at each other. I didn't really know anyone, so you probably wouldn't know anyone. So it can be very nerve-wracking. You get there, you sign in, that's when they take all your documents, and then you go and sit in a waiting room. For some dental schools, you have to sit with other people, because I know with Plymouth I had to go into a room, and there were the other people there that were coming for their interviews, and we just sat there. You could wait there for up to an hour. So I'd recommend like talking to each other. Don't be antisocial, because like everybody else is nervous, you're all in the same boat. And I know you might see them as like your competition, but at the end of the day, you're on the same boat, so just talk to each other. And I remember when I spoke to people, it really calmed me down, because you realise that you literally all are in the same boat. So don't stress too much when you're there. You've done your preparation. If you've done your preparation, you've been fine. There's one quote that I completely love. It's, if you fail to prepare, you prepare yourself to fail. So if you've done your preparation, then you're fine, you know. Okay, so now's the time where they call you in and it's time for your interview. So this will depend on which kind of interview style you have. So if it's a panel interview, you'd come into a room and there'll be like 3 people there. Well, it can be 2 people, 3 people, they'll be there waiting to interview you. And at this point, literally keep your cool, because your heart will be like on 100, but you just gotta smile, be happy, and just wait for them to ask you the first question. If it's an MMI interview, you'll get a sticker and you'll be asked to go and stand at your first station. So the same thing, literally just take a deep breath and honestly just think to yourself, I'm gonna smash this, I'm gonna do it, you know, and just wait for your first question to be given to you. Okay, so now the actual questions, the bit you guys have all been waiting for. I might be looking down a bit just because I've written down all the questions that you might possibly be asked. Oh, by the way, this isn't a definitive list, so there may be more questions that they could ask. They might not ask these questions, so don't take these for gospel. It's just like a guideline for you to sort of follow, and possibilities that could come up. And they could ask these questions in both MMI and panel interviews. So